Wouldn't it be better if you can find a platform that not only can get you your first clients, but also gives you all the tools that you need to run and grow your business and manage your team? Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the Allbetter app and how you can do just that for your business. So as I said earlier, the Allbetter app is the only app in the market that comes with customers for your business, as well as tools for you to run and grow your business. So once you sign up, the first thing you're going to notice is this job feed. These are jobs curated specifically to the service area you opt in, as well as the service category that you chose to perform. Anytime there is a match, we send this job, we made it available in your job feed immediately. All you have to do is tap on a job to read more details, to see the date, the time, as well as the details needs to be. And usually jobs comes with a video that the customer record or pictures, just to give you some clarifications, and then you can make your bidding decision based on that. There's a situation now where customers actually input prices and budget, and they want to basically pay close to that, if not that exact same amount. But of course, if that makes sense, you can go ahead and accept that it is. Otherwise, you always have the options to counter offer and send the different price. Now, every time you send a bid, they always get placed into this chat. Here allows you a direct chat contact with the clients just to get some more idea, figure out, hey, are you still interested? Is there something else? Or even if you have some questions before you actually send a final bid, just to get some clarity before you can do that, you can always send whatever it is and come back and start the chat and then get them to give you all the pictures, anything else that you need to see before you can go ahead and just simply hit the button here and then readjust your bid. And Allbetter handle all the payment processing from this area. Anytime we send your job your way, we take care of the payments. Once it's completed, we process the client credit card and we deposit the funds into your bank account so you don't have to chase those unpaid invoices. Your business data, the tools you have right in the palm of your hand. For example, if I want to check out my clients, I can go to a specific customer. Here, I can get to see if they have unpaid balance. If it is, how much is it? And you can always access those by clicking on billing here. This gives you the invoices. And then if you want to do the automations or follow up to collect your payment. So this is something that, will show you, you can integrate a credit card payment processing here system that we can help you set up and then just collect those payments directly from your clientele. Also, you get to see almost every single quote that you wrote for that clients, every single job you've done for that clients. So think of this as really good tools to give you some sort of an insight where you can suggest some services to your clientele. If this is a seasonal maintenance, if you do an HVAC, you could recommend a cleanup or tune-up once a year, whatever the grace period that you think your industry require. So it allows you to make those very good decisions about your business. But let's go ahead and just show you how simple it is to create quotes for any customer. You can pick the property. This is interesting because sometimes you have one client that has multiple properties. For example, a landlord or small to mid-sized property management that you're working with. It's super easy to add an address just straight up here. And then now you get to pick and choose from those addresses. Let's go ahead and select this. This is a quote description. This is more for internal use only between you and your team. What is this about? Let's call it test. And item lines, I'm sure you guys are familiar with those. So what essentially an item line is, every single time you write a quote, there's certain things that you add to the quotes, right? Like either parts, or labors, or whatever that might be. What the app allows you to do is you can actually preset those in advance, and then it'll track your inventory. It makes it so much easier. For example, you charge $115 for manual labor. This is exempt from taxes. And you also want to add in something like roof and chimney, $500. Keep in mind, you have all the options to go and edit the prices, the quantity, however you please. And then immediately the prices gets calculated here for you. Now, you could choose to do a discount based on percentage or a dollar amount if you want to. Of course, you can always add your taxes, and I'm going to show you what, let's say 10%. Anything that is preset originally to be exempt from taxes, it will not be charged taxes to this. So this is done for you, as you can see here. Finally, any notes from the clients? If not, then we should be good to go. So now we have a quotes written. Now, if the client is physically present next to you and you want to move forward with this, you can actually get them to sign it right away. Let's go ahead and say test. Save. This acts as your legal binding agreement that it's, approved, it's done, it's ready to go. And then what happened also here, you can see there's an actual invoice that is made with your business branding as well as the clients, include the signature, and it also has all the items. And in the invoice is showed in those that are being taxed or not taxed, obviously the red star. And so this is done automatically for you. You can go ahead and just even convert this into an actual job. Now that they approve the quotes, they're ready to move forward. You can call this job whatever you want, XYZ. Remember, these are internal informations for you and your team to know what this work order is about. Some work around like landscapers and cleaners and perhaps removals that might be requires to be repeated on a regular basis. That's also an option here for you. And you could choose to do it every week, 2 weeks. Let's just still go ahead every week and Monday. At what duration period of time do I want to do this for? The next 4-5 months or next 5 years or whatever that might be. The system will create a work order specific automatically for you at this date, at this time, every week on Wednesday. But for the sake of this demo, I'll just go ahead and keep it simple. The item lines, like we added in the invoice and the quotes, still carried over here. There's also an option for you to add and edit at any times there's something needs to be changes. We're all aware that sometimes you get hired for certain particular tasks, but you end up doing some more work. So you can always add those if you want to. Oh yeah, the team. So here you get to choose the team member you want to assign this work order for. So this is another thing that this app allows to do. It allows let's say if I'm doing it, some other 2 people doing it. So there's 3 of us. We're going to be collaborating on this project together. And I'll show you one cool area where that collaboration takes place. So this is the work order now that we took a quote that was approved into a job. Now here in the note section, if any of the team member, remember those 3 people that we selected that are working on the project, any time they post something. So think of it like somebody is at the work site and then they experience some issues and they want to document that, right? We tear up the wall and there's something in there that wasn't part of the quotes we need to fix. And then they upload those informations. It becomes accessible in the actual note sections for everybody else. Once you're ready to start a work order, you can simply click on that job order, hit the visit, start the timer. And what this does, so if you want to track how many hours your employees worked on the project, or even yourself, if you're a solo entrepreneur, the system, what it does, it has a timer that is currently tracking the minutes and hours that you're spending on the work order. Let me show you where that in the actual home screen. If I come up here, we can see here that we have a work order that says started. And if I actually stop the timer and go back, it's going to tell me how many hours a minute. But since we did this less than a minute, so it's obviously shown 0, but if you get the idea, it tracks time. And I'll show you where that time at the end of the video, where it's so much critical for you to know, 1, how many hours you work this week, how much is money that equal to. So that gives you an idea what's your actual hourly rates on average that you're making per week. 2, it tracks how many hours your employees works, as well as how much money have they generated. So that's also some inside information that small businesses you need to be aware of. So once we complete this job, we can go ahead and complete this work order. And again, we get prompted to create an invoice. If I want to create an invoice, the same data that we input from all the item lines gets carried over. And remember, you always have the flexibility to add any item lines. Now, again, this works for whether you're landscapers, movers, snow removal, contractors, freelancers. I mean, writing the quotes is just the same thing across all the industries. Having all these work orders the same across all the industries. And there are so many things and functionalities in the app that apply to most small businesses, as we know. So go ahead and create an invoice. So now that we have an invoice created, again, the job was completed and we had about a minute. So go back here, John Hill, the job, billing. So this was the actual invoice, $1,700. And you can see here the total has went up. It was $605 at the beginning of this video of unpaid balance. Now they have $1,700 that added. So it gives you an idea here like, hey, who still owes you money? And all you can do here is you can collect them, get them to sign it, approve it again if they need to be, or simply hit the collect payments. And then you get to be prompt to all these forms of payment that you can accept. There's also credit card integrated here. There's a video of less than 4 minutes to show you how to set up your own accounts with Stripe so you can process your own credit card payments. These are your payments. That's different from the jobs that we send your way from the marketplace size. So you process your own payments, funds goes directly to your bank account. You handle all of that from this point on. And lastly, but not least, is this button up here at the bottom. This is your analytical tool, which gives you, the entire how your business has been performing in, 7 days, 30 days, or 1 year. It shows you here, remember, how many hours have you worked? So for example, in this demo account, we've had 12 hours and 37 minutes and 16 seconds. Gross revenue was this much. So it's easy for me as a business to pull up my calculator and said, okay, well, my average hourly, I'm making this much per hour or per week. Same thing here for the actual product and items. This, every single time you create a quote or an invoice or job, you add those item lines. Remember, it's tracking how many of those have you used, and it's also show you what that equal in terms of total sales. And soon enough, we're going to be adding another table here that tracks the employees. How many jobs have they performed? How many hours is that equal to? And how much money have they generated for the business? This gives you some good insight on how every members of your organization is performing. I hope you guys like this video. Let us know in the comment below. As we add in some more feature, we're always looking for an advisors, people that wants to come and use our product in exchange for giving us some feedback. If that sounds like you, feel free to contact us. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.